Yarn and Shenanigans with Amy and Kristin. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and on Facebook, and you can hit that subscribe button to keep up with us and all of our shenanigans and a little bit of yarn, because got no knitting time this week. It's we have gone back to work for the first time, like fully 5 days. I miss pajamas. And it is cut into my knitting time because as an accountant, the end of the year, kind of beginning of year is non-stop. So I've been doing budgets and budgets and budgets and more budgets and then a little more budgets, basically till 6:30 at night, and then I come home and need to hit my pillow. So I've been trying. My socks are looking okay. So I'll at least have a pair of socks done for September. But yeah, it's really cut into my knitting
that
time.
Whole work thing. What's up with the whole work thing?
I know. I need every day to be about 5 more hours. And also I need the energy because I have chronic fatigue. So it's like I really do come home and like struggle through making dinner, and then it's like 8:30 and I'm in bed. Like I don't care what's going on. So yeah, that's been a struggle. So I've been working through that. But I did get some knitting done, not a lot. I did get some. I got some more yarn. Kristin got a lot of treasures. And yeah, so lots of treasures. I guess
yes.
Our first kind of update on how things are going is that this is the first day of the Charlotte area yarn crawl.
Yes.
And I will not be participating this year just because of COVID. I'm not there yet. Not there. Even though I am I've got the 3rd booster shot. I'm not ready. So Kristin though is going to do a little bit of yarn crawling for us.
A little bit.
There are 7 stores in our area. We are like Yarnapalooza. And there's just a lot. We have a store in Davidson, in Denver. These are all in North Carolina, by the way, not Denver, Colorado. That gets mistaken. Quite a few in Charlotte, Huntersville, Waxhaw. It's all over the place. I think at the height of Charlotte yarn situation, I like to call it a situation because it was a situation for my budget. There were 11 stores in our area, including the one in Morganton, because she would be in our yarn crawl. And that hurt. That hurt. I'd save up for months to go to the yarn crawl. I usually do, but this year I'm just not doing it. But, yeah, so I often have made that trek one day kind of thing. No. Yeah, it's not as bad as it sounds. You can get on MapQuest and, plan a route. But you were literally I remember one day we did it on a Wednesday and we were like, we got 5 minutes. We got to get our passport stamped. All right, we're good. Let's buy skating yarn and go. That was a bit much. So, yeah. But we were literally at the last yarn store. It was in Salisbury, actually.
Oh, wow.
Where our route would end. And it was crazy. And I don't know if you guys may have seen her pop up yet, but Princess is joining us, yes. Which is why you hear Roscoe on the floor whining for love. You may see her dachshund head. I can bribe her with popcorn.
Yes. Amy has decided to bring my dog's most favorite food.
There she is. You earned that one, Princess. You earned it. Well,
so popcorn is known as doggy treats in my house.
That's okay.
So yeah. So hopefully, I've done the yarn crawl in 2 days. A few years ago I did that. And that was a little bit more reasonable. But I think this year I'll go to just a few that's close to us on off times. So hopefully the crowds aren't too bad. There's a couple things I'm going to be looking for, but I might, with the permission of the shop's owners, take a few pictures and share some of the fun that I have.
Yeah. Tell them about our podcast.
Yep. So we'll see how much I can find out and share along with the fun. And she's watching every single popcorn go into your mouth.
What's happening over here? You earned it. I'll give this last bite to Roscoe. They're helping my diet. I don't eat as much if I give it to the dog.
There you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, so hopefully we'll have yarn crawl stuff next time we record.
Yeah, that's gonna be exciting. I'm excited to hear and see the pictures. I have a couple of favorite yarn shirts. I'll shout out to Charlotte Yarn because Remy is like the most amazingly nice person, and like during COVID, she's had a lot of stuff like outside her shop, but her parking lot is ridiculous, and
it is.
You've got to mentally prepare yourself for the parking lot. So, but I still love her store, and she has everything, and just it's a treasure. Every time I go in that store, I'm like, oh, 3 more things to knit. It's a problem
because we don't have enough.
No, I clearly do not have enough yarn. Or projects. Kristin can tell you the table in front of us. Yes. Yarn projects.
Oh, don't worry. I got them piled up.
Yeah.
So that's Yarn Crawl. We'll give you updates next time and tell you. I'll let you know where I went and what I found out. So we're gonna get. Oh, any updates for me? Just working. Just more and more work.
That's good though.
Lots and lots of work.
You've had a lot of knitting time too, though. So.
I've had a little bit. It's very nice when you have to be parts of meetings or Zooms or other sundries things, and then you can knit. So this is always helpful. But been very busy, and will continue to be very, very busy because I'm doing a lot with COVID testing and COVID vaccines. So we'll be out and about doing a lot of that.
Yeah.
But let's get on to our finished objects.
Okay.
And you can see right behind us my first finished object.
So pretty. You guys, like, this yarn is so soft. I just want to, like, put it on and just never give it back to Kristin.
It's amazing. That's the Loretta Shawl. Loretta Shawl by Mlle Pétronille. And it's made out of Lhasa Wilderness by Bijou Spun, but that is a discontinued company completely. The yarn is made out of 75% Yak Down and 25% bamboo, and it is softer than soft. You think cashmere is great? You should feel this stuff.
Oh, you guys!
If you ever get a chance to buy some Yak Down yarn, I would highly recommend it. It turned out beautiful.
I'm in love. I want it.
Finally got that blocked, and we got the Camote pocket scarf. Done and blocked. So this is all ready to go to the Red Scarf project. We will have connections for that in our show notes, but that is a project with an organization that gives support to foster care kids who are in college.
And that's a pocket, you guys, so you can keep your cell phone or your hands.
And both sides have pockets, so it's
great.
Pocketed on both sides.
I love stuff like that.
So it's very gender neutral, and I think anyone would really enjoy it, and it's a real fun, easy knit. And I really like the construction of it. It's very unique. So really enjoyed making this. We'll be going off to the Red Scarf project. So, and then I have one that I've never talked about that I finished. It was a little one skein wonder. And this is just a hot water bottle cover. So I bought a hot water bottle that's close to the same color. And this is a yarn that I picked up at a yarn shop on the sale table. You know how they have those orphans and they must be adopted because they're very lonely, and especially when you can adopt them for 50% off. I can't say no.
Is that the yarn you got at Black Mountain?
That is.
Oh, love that store.
So this is by yarn. The yarn is Spun Round Right. It's their Squishy DK, and the color is Trinkets. It's 100% Superwash Merino. And it was so much fun to work with. It feels great. It looks great. This is going to be into a care package for a friend of mine who's having problems sleeping. Oh. So I'm making a care package to send her things to help her sleep. And so she lives in a cold climate over in England. And so I'm going to be sending this off with other things to help her sleep. Tea and some herbals and some other stuff. So she's going to have a sleeping care package.
I have that problem for a while too.
Yeah.
I had to do like of course I have my diffuser going in the office because I love the way it smells, but lavender in my diffuser at night was the best thing too. So.
Right. So she's just had lots of problems, and I just kind of wanted to show her some love and affection. And I know that she uses hot water bottles, and you know she is a very thrifty person. Turn down that thermostat, throw on the covers, and I figured wrapping yourself around a nice hot water bottle can give you the cozies and help you sleep. So, and I love to have these one skein projects because they go so quickly. They use up skeins that I have. They're fun, and it's sort of like a palette cleanser between the big projects. Do something small and fun. So that was my other finished object. And that's all the finished objects I have.
I have no finished objects. None.
You've been working hard. Hard.
I've none.
So let's talk about your whips.
Oh, they're all over the place. Hands. I think I'm trying to get through my socks. These are just my regular. I kind of adopted the socks on a plain pattern, just without the cable, because I don't need that in self-striping yarn. And this is Sarah Sanderson colorway because I'm trying to will fall into existence. I've been drinking hot chocolate and pumpkin spice lattes and lots of chai, and I wore a scarf to work in 90-degree weather, and I'm going to make it happen. Next week I'm going to wear leggings and boots because even though it's going to be 90 degrees, it's fall in my heart. I'm trying to make it happen. So yeah, I watched Hocus Pocus the other day, and it reminded me that I had this yarn. I also have the dyer did a whole set for all three sisters and the black flame candle.
Right.
And I have the black flame candle, and I saw it knit the other day, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to knit that next. So I don't know what else I'm gonna do. So there's that. I cast on the hat last Sunday because it looked really quick, and I thought I could get it done, but I got about halfway. It's amazing, you guys. This is my favorite chunky yarn. It's Malabrigo Rasta. This color is Purple Mystery. But you can't, like the depth of purple in that. But the cable is like kind of cool. And it's just a seed stitch hat all the way around, which is the devil's stitch. But it's also beautiful. Look at how pretty it looks in that. But it's just time consuming. So yeah. I also Portuguese. I'm doing seed stitch because it's a little easier to switch. And so that's
the name of the hat.
Moonstone. Yeah.
Moonstone beanie. And it's by Prem Knits.
I love that you have the notes for that. You're so prepared, Kristin. I love it. That's why Kristin and I make good friends, because I'm like, let's just wing it and have fun. And Kristin's like, I'm typing notes. And they're color coded, so.
Well, sometimes you have to have fun. Why have something boring if you have a color printer?
It's so true. So true, Kristin. So that's that. And then the last thing that I'm working on is my husband's Christmas present. And it is coming along beautifully. He actually asked me about it the other day. And I was like,
ooh.
Oh, yeah, it's coming along. So there
how nice.
Isn't it pretty? Look at all my fabulousness.
Amazing. I love that.
Yes. So it is coming along.
That is great.
Quite well. I'm quite pleased with this perfection.
Yes.
This pattern is amazing. And the nice thing is, because I put, you guys can't, you can kind of see, I have stitch markers in here. And this is just an easy, watch football because it's football season, because it's really fall. And just knit it, and it's really fun.
The colors are just
Isn't it perfect?
Isn't
it? This is why I got 2 of these kits, so I could make myself one, and it's nice. Honestly, you guys, I'm not gonna lie, it's probably too thick for North Carolina, but I don't even care. I don't care. He's gonna wear it. There's 12 inches of this pattern of charted work before I go back into 10 inches of just the solid color. But yeah, this is turning out
that is just amazing.
Perfect.
I love that.
I also love that it's in a tube, and so I don't have to weave the ends in. They're there, and they'll be there forever and ever. I am doing a little bit as I go, kind of tucking them in, but really not much to it. So yeah, I'm super excited.
Love that.
Super. I'm pumped about this, so I'm glad I have 2 of them. This will be my next year's project, so. But yeah, super excited about that. And the Snarkometer drama continues. I'm not. I put it away for a week, and then I played with colors. and then I went back to the orange, and then I was like, eh. So I think it's going to be a timeout project. I think it just...
You and I are going to have to talk about that because I have some ideas.
Okay. Well, you've got ideas, and I've got a yarn stash, and that's just everything.
I think we can make this work.
So yeah, it's a problem.
Well, but I think that it's one thing that as knitters, we think, oh, I picked out the perfect colors because they look great. But when you get them into the pattern, they look different. And sometimes you just have to say, this isn't what I thought it was going to look like. Let's try something different. And sometimes you have to restart a project a couple times before you get it exactly the way you want it.
And this is why I say that I knit with nice yarn, because sometimes you like it so much you have to knit it twice
or three times.
So yeah, it's just over there, and I really love the pattern. The more I see people knit, like I actually had to unfollow the group on Facebook because I was seeing everyone's pattern. I was like, I want to knit it. It's so pretty, but it just had to go in timeout. Like it wasn't bringing my heart the joy that it should. So yeah, that's where I am. Kristin's got her Olympic.
I do.
Knitting pattern is going.
I'm so excited. So I was thrilled to be able to get.
Going for popcorn. Sorry, it's over there.
The Twill tote is going. My Olympic project. So you start and you do the handle first, and then you knit down the bag. And so I've gotten all 3 colors going, and I'm really excited. I spent lots of time trying to get this to the point where I could show people and say, see, I really am going to do it.
It's great. Your colors are perfect for the metal colors.
Right.
Like, it's very obvious what it is. So I really like that.
Yeah, and there's going to be several stripes, and this really is a very easy pattern once you get to this point. Okay, and I can use it as my mindless. So I can take it places when you want a mindless work. This is what this is going to turn into. I usually use my red scarves for that. Yeah. But this has really turned into that, and so this is going to be my mindless project. It's really nice to be able to carry with and to talk and all of that stuff.
Just have it.
Exactly. So yeah, and this is the Twill Tote by Pearl Soho, and I'm using the yarn is Fibra Natura Flax, and the colors are tangerine, dusted, apricot, and silver, and it is 100% linen.
It's really pretty. The yarn in that is perfect. Is that like a slip stitch? Like, how do you...
It's knit 2, slip 2, knit 2, slip 2, knit 2, slip 2, knit 2, slip 2. But you have to get it in the right...
I got you.
Pattern to get the thing. And the thing that you can see is because of the pattern, they kind of bleed into each other when I change.
That's great.
They change color. So it's not just a hard band. There's a little bit of a blend because of the way that the pattern is.
That's fantastic.
So, yeah, I think it looks really cute.
Are you going to keep with the gold, and the bronze and the silver color? Like, are you going to change up the stripes?
Oh, the next color is going to be gold, and then I'm going to go back to silver, and then back to bronze, and then the bottom of the bag is going to be gold. So the top and the bottom are going to be gold.
Okay.
And what you do is that you knit straight for 11 inches, although I'm doing 12, and then you kind of cone the bottom. And so when I have to change and bring the bottom in and make the bottom, that's all going to be gold.
Nice. It's going to be so pretty.
So yeah, I think it's going to turn out nice. And I'm just glad I got this far because I talked about it so much and didn't get anything done. So my big thing was to get this going. So we have that. So that's my one whip. All my other whips I didn't work on, so not worth bringing. But hopefully we'll get those going before next episode, and there'll be lots of chickens.
I'm so excited about your chicken.
There's gonna be lots of chickens. I have to finish my chicken, and then I'm making a chicken hat to match, and
I'm excited about this chicken hat. I've had that book forever, and
so we'll talk more about that when I get the chicken hat going, and we hopefully will have lots to show you with that. But yeah, so that'll be fun. Acquisitions.
You go.
Me go?
You go.
Okay. So, I got my stitch markers. If you watched the last episode, you'll remember that I had some retail therapy and bought enough stitch markers to get free shipping. And I found it was from England. So I got lots of stitch markers. So while I was waiting for that package to come in, my husband and I, he had a staycation. I continued to work, but we went up into the mountains, and there's a town called West Jefferson in western North Carolina. It's a lovely tourist town, has one of my favorite stores. The store is called the Tartan Woolly. It has lots of Scottish stuff in there, but it also has lots of Irish stuff. I love the Scottish coos, which is what they call the hairy Scottish cow. It's a coo.
Ah.
And I always buy things that have Scottish coos on them and stuff because I love it. And I went in there. We're driving through. I'd been up on the Blue Ridge Parkway, and I stopped by, and I looked around, and they had these really great tins. So I bought this one, little sheep in sweaters, and even the side of it is the ribbing of a sweater.
Oh, so
and this was supposed to be an eyeglasses case, but it is now a stitch marker case because I bought it specifically to hold my binging of stitch markers. Now this came from the Tartan Woolly, and Emma Ball is the designer of this canister, and she has a website also, and all of that information is going to be in the show notes so that you can go and find them. Now, Stitch Marker Paradise.
Oh my god, you guys are so
You know you bought
cute.
too many stitch markers when they send you a couple free ones.
They're so cute. I love them like all.
So they all came in these lovely little bags. We've seen these before, but they're just lovely, and they've all come in lovely little bags. And so I will open them up. What I'm going to do is I'll show you them to here, but I'm also going to take much better pictures and put them up so that you can see close-ups. And Princess thinks that these are food, and they're not. So these are
She's so excited.
little foxes.
Oh, there you go. You do that whole there we go.
There we go.
Yeah. Oh, this is wet erase marker. Sorry, I was having a.
So these are all little foxes. There's like 5 of them. And then these are, they call these Day of the Dead skull charms. Sometimes they're called sugar skulls.
Oh, there you go.
Let me see if I can open them up.
You can open them, and I'll. There we are.
So that's the Day of the Dead.
I see why people do this now. It helps the focus.
And then we have little dogs. These are actually Boston Terriers. I don't have any of those, but they're really super cute. So there are 4 of these.
Oh, look at him with his little purple nose.
I know.
So cute.
And then I got alpacas, because come on,
These
we're
are my
knitters.
favorites.
We're knitters. These are hearts of alpaca.
Oh, they're so cute.
They're the pacas. Yeah. And last but not least, the sheep.
These are so pretty.
These are the ones that I wanted to begin with. Let me see if I can.
This is what led you down the rabbit hole?
This is what led me down the rabbit hole, are the sheepies.
You guys can kind of see they're like all painted.
Yeah.
They're so pretty.
So we're going to put up a bunch of pictures here that's going to show them to you better. But those are all the ones that I bought. And then the free ones I got because very kind and generous person. I got a Snoopy.
Aww.
And then she gave me a little flower. Little flower.
The flower is cute.
Let me get that turned
There you
around.
go.
There we go. There we go. Yeah. So those are all the stitch markers. These are from Duck and Rabbit. Duck and Rabbit has an Etsy shop, and that's where I got them from. I got all the lobster claw. They come in multiple different types of tops. There's a hanger back, I think, and then a regular just circle. So, but I wanted lobster claws because I wanted to be able to use these for marking front and backs, and you know, a lot of other things that you use the lobster claws for.
Yeah, I have a few lobster claws. I like them to mark, like, say you start your decreases and you can put them in and you're like, oh, I need an inch from my decreases. It's like the best things for those.
Yeah. And I didn't have, I've got a lot of the just round ones, but I didn't have a lot of the lobster claws, not a lot of nice ones. So I just went a little crazy. So those are all the stitch markers I got, and I love them. Once again, they're by Duck and Rabbit. And
they're so cute.
All of the links will be below, so you can go and look from them yourself. She's got lots of other wonderful little stitch markers. Like I said, you can get different tops on the tops. These are all, I think, enameled and just cute as a button. So
yeah,
those were my retail therapy.
It was good retail therapy.
Good retail therapy.
You did some. You've got some treasures there.
So
I just love fancy stitch markers. Everyone's like, "Oh, what's that little dangly thing hanging from your knitting?" And you're like, "Oh, let me tell you about my stitch marker." I love it. It brings
so
me
cute.
joy.
All right, you got yarn.
I did. So I have been good, you guys. Mostly because I've been spending all of my budget fund money on Halloween things. Because I love Halloween.
She does.
That's why I'm like wanting fall into existence. So I just have my yarn clubs of the month. I'm not mad about these colorways though, because they're both fall.
Cute. Oh, those are nice.
So the Cozy Knitter, and I actually got my Freckled Whimsy today. So they're both kind of fall themed. This one kind of reminds me of like, this is my Cozy Knitter, but it's like kind of like candy almost.
Yeah.
But like I kind of feel like taffy, kind of like that kind of feeling, but still kind of muted. I love it.
Yeah.
So that's that. A lot of yellow and gold in there.
The colorway is Bliss.
Yeah. That's her yarn kind.
Oh, that's her
so,
yarn.
yeah, this is the
colorway is Regency.
Regency, yeah. And then this is my Freckled Whimsy color. And this is not a color that I would go, "Oh, I want it." But now that I see it, I'm like, "Ooh, I'm glad I have that in my stash." Look at that teal. So pretty. So there's like some mint green, some like mauve. Like,
so
these are colors that I would not go, let me knit them. But I'm excited to knit this. So
and what's the colorway name?
Serendipity is the color.
Serendipity.
So, yeah, I really like this.
Pretty, pretty, pretty.
I like it. So,
more
yeah.
socks, more socks.
Or something. I have a couple of shawls that use self-striping.
Oh,
so
nice.
maybe. We'll never know. Because I might never get to it.
All right, so is that all of our acquisitions?
That's it. So yeah, that's it. What are your upcoming knitting plans? You've got your chicken, you've got your hat.
So I have the chicken and I have the chicken hat, and I hope to get those done because the birthday is coming up. And then there is a one skein shawl that I'm looking at doing, and I think I have this. But I'm wanting to get. I've got all these things I want to knit, but I really have to get the chickens done. So I really need to be very persistent on getting those done. A friend of mine, I found this top, and I'll talk more about it next time, but it is a beautiful, very simple top that a beginning knitter can do. And my friend who's a beginning knitter.
Oh yeah, you sent that pattern, right?
Right, wants to do this. And so she's got the yarn, and I'm stash diving. And we may be starting that as a knit along with her and me, because she wants to, she's not convinced that she can knit in the round.
Oh.
And the problem with this is that she attempted knitting in the round, but her first attempt was with Magic Loop. And that was just more than what she really wanted to do. And so she thinks all knitting in the round is Magic Loop.
Oh,
and I'm like,
no.
No. Knitting in the round is easier than on the straights what you've been knitting on.
Yeah.
Knitting in the round is really great. You can do this. So she's a little hesitant, so I'm trying to get her out of her box and do this. It's a top down and it's short sleeve. There are no sleeve islands because you just knit it's a short sleeve cap.
Okay.
And then you finish the body and you're done. There's no seaming. There's no sleeve islands. It's a great pattern. And I will get all that information for the next time.
Yeah.
And I might even put it up on our Facebook and Instagram after we get this episode out to give you guys a head up what we were talking about, but I just can't think off the top of my head. So I think that's going to be coming up pretty quick.
Yeah. I have my garnered, that sweater I really want to start.
Yep.
but I have not done that yet. I feel like that's gonna be like as soon as it starts getting cool, I'm gonna be like sweater. Yeah, and I have just some shawls I was looking at today. I was kind of going through Ravelry and it was like, oh, I really like.
I have that one skein shawl that I sent you that I want to make. I think it's a puffy locatelli shawl. So that might get started. We'll see how much cast on itis I get.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to wean in my cast on itis. I gotta get my socks done though. Although I feel like
they're close.
I'm in an inch. I like to do like 1.5 inches for my cuff. So I gotta do that, and then I've got my place marker in for my heel, and then I don't know what color I'm gonna do my heel.
Ooh,
I know that's always
there's options.
There's a lot of options, which is why
a lot of options.
I haven't decided yet. So I've got to think about that. I'm kind of thinking brown. I may just do the stripe and let them look fun. Right. Seems very Sarah Sanderson because they're Amuck. So yeah, that's probably what I'll do is just end up doing the stripe and let it go crazy. But yeah, so sweaters, socks. I gotta pick socks for next month. But only after I do socks for this month. And then...
Your hat?
My hat.
That hat's going to go quick. You can get done with that quick.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be like another couple hours. And then, yeah. So I'm excited. Next week I'll be next time I'll be a giant scarf. Because hopefully it'll be cool. There'll be a skeleton behind us. Well, there's already... That's my light up unicorn skeleton. But there'll be a skeleton behind us. You know, wearing shawls. I'm ready. I'm ready for fall.
We're gonna have to break out our shawl collection and start wearing shawls on the.
I'm so excited. I have like 200 shawls, you guys.
I don't have that many.
It's a lot of shawls. It's a lot.
Excuse
me. I'm sorry about that, guys. Yeah.
I think that we have hit everything today.
Yeah, we'll get pictures uploaded, and you guys will have a good week, and don't forget to like and subscribe us, and
we thank you for coming. We hope that you've had a good time. We hope that
popcorn.
We shared stuff that you enjoyed. Once again, we'd love to hear from you. Once again, Princess is now into the doggy treats.
There you go.
But please talk to us. Look us up on Instagram, look us up on Facebook, whatever your social media choices are. We'd love to hear from you, see what you're doing, see what are your fall plans. What are you planning on making to keep yourself warm or cool if you're on the other side of the equator. Would love to see it. So, thanks for joining us, and we hope to see you again in a few weeks.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.